Hello parents, welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with the Teach. Welcome to another week. It's been a good one so far and we're finally getting some warmer weather. Today the kids had a visit from the Fort Fisher Aquarium, or the aquarium at Fort Fisher I should say, and they brought us, or set up aquariums for us. We are going to be getting toad eggs. However, they have not been laid yet, so in the meantime we have newts. We have 2 male newts, and I will show you real quick behind me. There's our aquarium set up, and you can see one of them crawling up the glass right there. They're tiny little suckers. We should only have those for hopefully about a week. And the people that came today actually said that they're babysitting the tank and ready for the toads. And we're going to raise the toads from eggs, and they're going to turn into tadpoles, and then tadpoles with legs. And then eventually they'll be little toadlets, and they'll only be about the size of your pinky when we release them. And that should all take about a month. So shortly after spring break, we should be able to release them back out. So hopefully your kids will come home talking excited things about the toads and what they learned in school and what they observed. Right now they're loving looking at the newts and naming them and talking about them, but I'm not trying to make too much of a big deal about it because they're not going to be there for much longer. We're going to get some eggs instead. Next, Storia. I don't know if your kids have mentioned Storia, but it's an app that they use frequently in school when I do have the iPads. Usually every morning I check out 5 iPads and have my groups rotate through using those iPads. And the app that I like them to use is called Storia. It is through Scholastic, and if you've not checked it out, I would highly recommend you do so. I believe they have apps for Droid phones, iPhones. I'm not sure what else. You can get it on your desktop, I believe. But what it is it's an online book reader, but rather than just flipping through pages, on certain pages a little lightning bolt will pop up. And if the kids hit the lightning bolt, some kind of a supplemental related video, game, activity, something will pop up that's interactive for them to do as they're reading. It could even be like a word sort or making a word, and they actually love making words. They know some of the books and they know some of the lightning bolts that they can go click on in some of the books. But it's very interactive, it's very educational. They really seem to enjoy it, and it really does help with some critical reading skills, especially making connections. They could be reading a book about dogs and they show a live video of actual dogs while they're reading. So it's really interesting, really neat for them to use. And I'm actually, the books, usually you do have to purchase them, and so far I have been using my points through Scholastic book orders, and every time a parent places an online order, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they send a coupon. Actually, I got one today. And this is a teacher's coupon, but a parent coupon also comes with it. That's why this one's already torn off. I sent it home to the parent. But this is a $3 coupon for me to buy books for the classroom. And right now I'm using these coupons to purchase books for the classroom. And I do that through Storia. I also have purchased actual books that we can have in the classroom in our library. And the kids can certainly read those, use those, whatever. But I actually go around the classroom and I'll ask what books they're interested in. So I try to get books that they like to read. That's one of the biggest hindrances for kids, is as they go through these grade levels, they keep seeing the same textbooks and the same kind of literature. So my theory and philosophy is let them read what they want to read. I'll bring the skills to them. So if they're reading what they want to read, I'm happy, as long as they're reading. So if you're interested, just check that out at your leisure. It's awesome. It's called Storia, S-T-O-R-I-A. Great app through Scholastic. And I will be sending another book order home. I think this is the April book order. It'll be going home this week, and if you're interested in ordering, I'd encourage you to do so. It does rack up a lot of points for the classroom, and I do put those points right back into the books for the kids, these apps, the Storia app for them. So they are getting a lot of use out of the points that I'm accumulating from book orders. And thank you to the parents that have purchased this year. I appreciate it. Next, Spirit Week. I'm sure that your kids have told you. Yesterday was Dr. Seuss on the Loose Day, dressed like your favorite Dr. Seuss character. Today was College Basketball Day. I'm decked out in Tar Heels. You'll always find me in Tar Heels. And tomorrow is Decade Day. I did talk to the kids a little bit today about decades because they kind of were confused, and that's understandable. Second graders don't really understand the 40s, the 30s, 70s, 60s. So I told them to come home and ask what a decade is, or can they give you some idea, or can you give them some ideas for what to wear. I showed them some pictures of some examples of 80s wear, 90s wear, that kind of stuff. A lot of them said, well, can I just wear the 2000s? I said, well, yeah, it's what you're going to wear to school every day, basically. But I would encourage you to help them if they're interested in dressing up. It's certainly not mandatory, and we do ask that you stick to dress code, so we would probably like not to see hats and things like that, but I will let them wear them outside if they do, if that's part of their costume. And then Thursday is rock star day, dress like your rock star. That one, I'm still not even sure what I'll do for that, but it should be interesting. And then Friday is storybook character, so your favorite storybook character. That can be anything. If your favorite book has a dog in it, dress like a dog. Whatever, just be creative and it's fine. It can be a very simple costume as well, just ears and a nose, that's fine. And I've seen a lot of kids be really creative. I saw a lot of Lorax costumes yesterday with just yarn. Headbands made with construction paper. So very simple, very modest, nothing that you have to go out and spend a lot of money on. We're just doing this for fun and to show school spirit for our student government. And I believe it's the first year they're doing this, so it's kind of exciting for all the kids to see. And I think that is it. That's all I have for you this week. And again, if you have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to email, call. And I believe our websites are still being transitioned and moved over, so keep looking, checking, and hopefully at some point I will get everything moved over and migrated and we'll have a new looking website to check out. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the beautiful weather. I know it looks like clouds are rolling in, but I hope we don't get too much rain. So enjoy your week, and I will see you next week. Thanks.